What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Iacon Files on unannounced live. Bada boom, bada bing. Want to bring as much content as I can to all our followers. Whenever I can think of something to do, you know, your boy Mike is gonna do it. First, before I start, want to give shout outs to Orion Stacks. My deepest condolences. The Grajales family sends their condolences to you, brother. I know the kingdom is definitely supporting, and you've heard probably from hundreds of people by now, but I just wanted to, part of me going live today is, to give you something to watch. If you want to get your mind off stumping, this is something that, anybody going through something can watch. That's why I always try to throw some kind of content, no matter what it is, even if I have to whip out an old book and read it to you guys. But Orion Stacks, we're definitely, thinking of you. You're in our prayers, bro. So know, and I know you know this, but I'm just going to remind you that know that you have a lot of people that you can reach out to and talk. Yo, what's up, Joe? What's going on, brother? I'm going to do kind of like a review. Last show I did, some of the guys, I think it was Jonathan Rowe, was talking about my Yamatos that I have. And I wanted to take this live today and just kind of go through one of them. I'll try to do that like every now and then. I'll try to pick one and do a, show on it. I'm still figuring out my review stuff. I'm trying to find the right setup to do my review. So, bear with me as I figure this out. Bada boom, bada bing. How you doing, Joe? How's everything going with you? Anything new for you? Like, what's going on? How's your weekend going on so far? Bada boom. Ugh, but I my coffee, dude. Bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to the T3PK Transformers Third Party Kingdom. Shout out to Adrian James, our wellness officer, who we definitely feel blessed to have him, and always there to check on our members on Transformers for Bay Kingdom. Last couple of weeks have been pretty rough for a few of us, and it's just nice to know that we got help in the community, So, bada boom, bada bing. Yo, Joe, what are you into besides? Obviously you're into Transformers. Is there anything else that you're into? I'd like to know what some of our viewers are into. I know a lot of us are Transformers. I myself try to collect what I grew up with, and I think that's pretty much all of us, right? But because the space is limited, I can't have everything, But for now, like in my collection, and you've already seen the what do you call it? My submission for the caveman. So bada boom, bada bing. But I got like some Voltron. I got some Sesame Street. I gotta love Sesame Street. You know what I'm saying? It's a big part of my childhood. Some Biddy Pop. Sometimes I say Biddy Bop. I don't mean to, but sometimes it just happens. Yamatos, a little bit of Solar Chokugans, a little bit of Joy Toy Space Marines, Warhammer, and anything else that I might add. We'll see what it brings, but we're gonna see how this video goes, guys. I hope the mic can pick up the sounds. So I'm hoping at least you can hear the sounds, it would be kind of dumb if I'm doing this whole review and you can't even hear it. So here we go, guys. Let's give this a try. All right. Feel free to, Joe says, I'm mainly Transformers, but I did the raw shopping and can't pass up a $9 Joe classified or Saren Motu figure. Yeah, those are. I think Ross is equivalent to our Ollie's over here. I've never went into a Ross store, but I'm guessing they're probably the same, but I could be wrong. But over here we have like Ollie's, and it's like before Ollie's it was called Building 19. I don't know if you guys ever heard of any of those, but you would walk in. I guess the store buys closeouts, maybe inventory that other stores don't want. They're the ones who buy it, and so you never know what you're gonna see. You might walk in one day and there's a whole bunch of Transformers. Walk in another day, there's a bunch of He-Man stuff. You just never know. It's always different stuff, but when they do have something, it's pretty good, and the price is pretty good. So, all right, let's. So we're doing Explore the Soul of Popynica BPX-01 Yamato. I think there's a different. People say it differently. I say Yamato, and I've heard some people say differently. Yamato. I don't know. I don't know if this correct. I'm just saying Yamato. Joseph. Yep, about the same clothes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I figured. One time I went to my Ollie's and they had a Danger Mouse. Man, and I was like, I was this close to buying it, and now I kind of regret I didn't buy it. Because you don't really see Danger Mouse at all. I don't know where the heck that thing came from, because Danger Mouse is old, but for some reason they had Danger Mouse, which it was a box and it had Danger Mouse's car, and I believe it came with Danger Mouse. And I kept like, oh, I don't know, should I buy it? Should I not? Should I buy it? Man, I should have bought it, because you don't, like, nobody has anything on that, so yeah. So the thing with Ollie's is, when you see it, you got to kind of buy it, because it's not like you can come a week or two later and it's there. If it's sold, it's sold. That's it. They don't have like inventory coming in for that thing. So, because they buy it in bulches. Joe says, that's random. Couldn't have passed. Yeah, I know, man. I don't know, but I'm always biting myself on that one, like, and I was like, oh snap, it's Danger Mouse. Like, cause I'm that old, I used to watch it a lot. I think it was, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Danger Mouse was on PBS, I think, or maybe Nickelodeon. I don't remember, but I used to watch it all the time, man. Danger Mouse in that car, man, that yellow car, and then he had his friend that I think was like a mole or something like that. And I don't know, man. I think it was like maybe $10-12, and I'm like, I don't know why I was even thinking about it, like, I don't know why I was like debating, should I get it or not? Should have just bought it, dude. I'm like, I'm sure I can find it on eBay, but I to this day I don't know why I just left it, and then I came back, I think a week later, like, what, I'm gonna go back and get it, and of course it's not there, right? So that's too bad, but what are you gonna do? All right, guys, let's do this. We explore the soul of Popynica BPX-01 Yamato, one of the 3 or 4 if you include Queen Esmeralda's ship, but let's try to do this. I hope this review goes well. I gotta try to figure out a better setup for reviews, but let's get this going. I got 2 apps open, one for StreamYard and one for my OBS camera, so it lets me do it. So here it is, guys. This is the Soul of Popynica Battleship Yamato. And so this is one of the first ones before Soul of Popynica came out. This one came out. All right. And I remember, let me see if I can zoom in this. I'm always trying to work this out, guys. Hold on. Okay. Close up. So just so you guys know, this is the most beat up one I have out of my collection. All the other ones are like brand new, nothing wrong with them. But this one, because this one's a bit harder to find, and I got this one on eBay used. So it's missing a few things. So I consider it like the battle Yamato, the one that went through the battle. So right here is missing a turret, one of these. And these turrets just pop out, you know, they're not like glued in or anything. They pop out. Oh, actually, is that it right there? Let me see. Hold on, guys. I think I just found it. Hold on. Let me see here. Oh, yeah, this thing's, everything's falling off. Hold on, guys. So, and I'm gonna get through this one. This one has like, there's a lot of, they improved on this model. Yeah, this is the ship. Actually, it's right there. So let me see if I could put it in. If not, I might have to use tweezers. All right, I was able to get it in there. Oh boy. All right, let me get this back down here and talk about it. Oh my God. All right, sorry guys. And it's still missing one. So yeah, it's missing a few things. But so you got turrets. The top of the turrets are metal. So this are metal. The barrels, and it turns too. Let me turn them and show them. Hey, you can pose them however you want. You can pop them off and line them up in a different way if you want. So if you wanted this and turn them more aggressively, you can. And I think that's what I did here. But this barrel right here goes up and down. It doesn't, it's not, each one is, you can't move each one on the little ones. The little ones, all three go up and down. Okay. These ones, the bigger ones, you can see. You can put them however you want. If you want it straight like that, if you want them kind of like the way I had them, like a little bit diagonal like this, that's what you can do. So I had them like that, and they turn. So there's a knob right here where my thumb is right here. There's a knob. Joe says that looks like Robotech. That's awesome. Let me put your thing on there. Are these a Gundam thing? No, these are, so these are Space Battleship Yamato. Okay. That's the name of it. Space Battleship Yamato. In America, they called it Star Blazers. In Japan and everywhere else, this ship is called the Yamato. In America, it was called the Argon. So, you know, it's a little different, but the same series, just America called it differently. I love battleships. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's kind of weird too. Like if you go back, because this cartoon came out in the 70s. In the 70s, I believe. You know, I don't think it. I think 70s is where it started. And so I started watching it in the 80s. I was born in 78. So by the time I was able to remember, I want to say I was probably 1984 is probably when I remember watching these cartoons. And they would come on, I think they would come on like at the Force 5. Like, I don't know if you guys remember the Force 5. I don't know if it was, I think it was every day of the week was a different robot cartoon, like Grandizer, Transro Z, Space Gateers. You know, there was Force 5, the Star Avengers, which is Ghetto Robo and other places. And every day would be a different one. Vanguard Ace was another one. So I think Star Blazer was either before or after those cartoons. And that's, you know, that's what I grew up with watching. So yeah, so this is electronic, and I'm going to get to that with you guys, but I wanted to go through the stuff. So the bad thing about this particular model is the material wasn't made too well. Okay. It wasn't made too well. So if you're planning on getting this particular model, I would definitely say try not to spend more than 120 if you can. If you get it mint in box, then yeah, you pay a little bit more. But nowadays, it's really hard to find this brand new. It's been out for quite a while. And the plastic on this particular model was not that good. All right, and I'm gonna go through that with you guys because I wanted to a good review. The thing I hate about let me see if I can turn the camera here. Oh, wrong way. The thing I hate about the tail fins, right? You got 3 tail fins on this. On this particular model, the tail fins come off. All right. And they have like these little pegs. There we go. I thought I glued them, but I guess the glue didn't work too well. Let me see if you can see them. You see those like little 2 dots? So they have them on both sides. And those little 2 dots are supposed to be kind of like raised bubbles. And it's supposed to lock it in place. But it doesn't do a good job. It really doesn't hold it too well. So that was a flaw. The thing I like about the newer Yamatos, like the Soul of Chokugans, this area is all one piece. You don't have these things coming off anymore. Because this ship, man, you'll lose a whole bunch of stuff, man. I mean, these fins come off. So a lot of times when you see them on eBay, they're missing these fins. This antenna tower, the plastic is not that good, so it bends. Okay, and a lot of times it's bent right out of the box. I mean, it's just the plastic was not that good, guys. The tower here, see if I can zoom in. 1 second, I'll fix the camera. 1 second. No, wrong way down. Oh, where's it going? Yeah, hold on, let me just adjust this. Oh, I think it's picking up my shirt. Okay, so there we go. This is the tower. This is where the captain room is in the cartoon. This is where the Captain Okita is captain's room right here. Right here is the bridge. Okay, but all this plastic is really not good quality. Let me turn it so you can really see what I'm talking about. You see? Hold on, I got this anchor thing here. You see how it's bent? One side is bent. And this thing had that problem, just there's really nothing you can do about it. I mean, it is what it is. It was just one of the things you had to deal with when buying this particular Yamato. Let's see, Joe says, I'm a 72 baby, had to look up the show, but I definitely remember it. Transor Z, one of my favorite. Yo, Transor Z was, Transor Z, that's what we call it, right? Because that's in America, it's called Transor Z. Now I refer to him as Bazinga. Or I say Mazinga, but it could be Messenger. I think people say it differently. I've been saying Mazinga, but I could be wrong. But yeah, back in the day, it's been Transor Z. You know what I was watching too, Joe? I don't know if you remember Vanguard Ace, man. Vanguard Ace. If you haven't seen those in a while, go to internetarchives.com. I think if you just type in Internet Archives, it'll pop up. And then type in Vanguard Ace, and you should be able to find the entire series. And I was watching it, I was like, oh my God, I completely forgot about this. I remember Dangerous Ace, but I forgot about the cartoon, how it was. And the cartoon was, you know, for kids, it was a bit more like PG rather than G. It was like there was some violence in the cartoon, you know. But I remember some of the characters. It was really bugged out. I had a good time watching it. So you can find on Internet Archives, you can find Dangerous Ace. You might be able to find the other ones, the Grandizer maybe. It's pretty difficult, you know, but and then if you go to my YouTube page and look at the links, I got an anime link. If you go there, you can type in Space Battleship Yamato, and they'll have the cartoons Space Battleship Yamato on that anime website. And they have it in English. It's pretty bugged out. I've been trying to catch up to it on English because it's a lot more fun watching it in English. But yeah, because it's kind of hard to find these cartoons, you know. So I got lucky and I found that website, and they had Yamato on that website. So that's pretty bugged out. All right, so getting back to this, you got the missiles right here. They go up and down. Let's see if I can do it here for you guys. There we go. See, and then you can raise them right there. Make sure it's all the way up. This whole thing comes off. I'm trying not to have it off, but it comes off. The back guns move as well. Let me zoom out of here. These move as well. This big one here. And the little one. The little one is the same as the front. The barrels go up and down together. This one's you can angle it. The cool thing about this ship, guys, the cool thing about this ship, this is the only ship that I know that opens up. All right, this one opens up, and I'm trying to show you some stuff, but I'm gonna show you everything that this ship does. I'm gonna show the electronics. Hopefully you guys can hear the electronics. You know, sometimes the mic pick it up and they don't, so I'm hoping it does. Other than that, I mean, it feels good. Again, for being the first Yamato that was given to us at so many years, right? I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? I'll definitely take it. Joe's like, oh dang, man, you just gave me something to watch tonight. Thanks, man. I definitely definitely check it out. Again, Internet Archives will have the Vanguard A series, and you might be able to find the Space Cateers, Grandizer, or Goldorak. They go by different names. Star Avengers, or you might try Ghetto Robo. Try to find them and click on videos. They have options when you go to Internet Archives. It'll have pictures, stuff. If you click on videos, then it'll show you whatever they have available in video. Okay, and then if you want to look at the updated anime cartoons for this, it's under the links on my YouTube page. You'll see it. I forget the name of it, but it's an anime link. Just go there, type in, for example, type in 2199 Space Battleship Yamato, and it should pop up. And then anything else should pop up along with that, because there's different series. You got 2199, I believe you got 2202. Then I think you have like 3122, something like that. You know, I could be off on the years, but they do have it, and it's a lot of fun. They have it in English. You might have to track down the English or click on the English option, because they might play it in Japanese, but you have to click on English. You know, it's either they play it automatically in English, or you have to look at the settings and click on English, and you'll hear it in English. It was bugged out. I had a lot of fun watching it, because I'm used to watching it and reading. You know, I'm like, oh my God, sometimes it's like sometimes I don't read it, I just watch it. But all right, so that's what it is. This model also comes with these tiny fighters, super tiny. I mean, I think everybody who has these ships lose these. It's not that difficult. I mean, I remember taking it out of the package, and one of these fell, and I never found it again. They're so small, guys. They are so small, you know. They're probably the width of a dime. They're really, really small. I mean, this is my pinky. Let's see. There's my pinky, and look how, you know, my pinky nail, and look how small. So it's really, really small. It's really, really small. And I have 4 of these with this ship, which I think that's what it came with. I could be wrong though. I got a Cosmo Tiger here. And it also comes with the Cosmo, I think it's called the Cosmo Cleaner. This is what it comes with. A lot of times this is yellowed because it's white, and this ship already is pretty old. So a lot of times when you buy this, it'll come yellow depending on if whoever had it was displaying it in the window, and it'll come yellow. But I got lucky, this one was white, so I'll put that on there later. All right, let's see if you can start hearing some of the stuff, man. Let me try getting it out. Again, there's a lot of stuff missing from this one, but I wanted to start with this one today. You can close the wings. Look at that. It comes with the anchor, which has a chain. It's supposed to come with 2 of these. This one came with 1, and it comes with like anchor plugs. Oh, sorry guys. Oh, this anchor thing is like grabbing everything, dude. I might have to take it off for the show because this thing is grabbing everything. All my Fallout armors are getting grabbed. Let me see if I can zoom in. So originally it will come with 2 of these that you can put on each side, or you can add the anchors. It's up to you. It comes with 2 anchors or 2 plugs. Okay, but this one came with 1, so I'm displaying it the way it is. Let's see here. I'll show you the bottom of this. See, the fins want to fall out. Oh, and there's a sound right there. There's the bottom. I'm trying to show you guys. Right here, let me see. Right here is supposed to be a little red, like a wing that comes down straight. It's missing that. Let me zoom out a little bit. Right there. There's the back. You got like thruster boosters, like medium speed, and then this is the main engine. The fighter bay opens up here and it closes if you want it, depending how you want it. This is, I think this is, if I remember correctly, this is like a battle bridge. Like I believe this separates. It's its own thing. I could be wrong, but I believe it separates. I'm trying to remember. Then the wings. This button, you slide it and it will open the wings. Hey, I'll try to do that again. Oh, there you go. Hey, so you can have the option. So if you're not familiar with Yamato, they open the wings when they're taken off into outer space from the planet. So whenever they're on a planet and they take off into outer space, they open the wings, and when they get in space, they close it. Okay. Let me show you that it opens up, and then I'll get into the electronics. Oh my god, dude, I gotta take this off because it's like it's getting all over the keyboard. Hold on, let me just pull this out. There, jeez, dude, thing was going all over the place. What was I gonna do? I forgot what I was gonna do. What I was gonna do? Oh my god, I forgot what I was gonna do. What did I just say, guys? What did I just say? I forgot. Okay, so this is the front of the ship. All right. Every single version of the Yamato has a different wave motion gun barrel. I'm going to call it a barrel, I guess. So this, if you're not familiar with Space Battleship Yamato, this is like a gun inside, and I'll show you. Oh yeah, the insides. I was going to show you the insides. Okay. Now I remember. All right, so back here, it opens up to reveal like the engine bay. Let me zoom in here for you guys. Okay. I believe this is like in a cartoon, the wave motion gun, once it starts, this is where it happens. On the other side, this is the Cosmo fighter launcher. See? On the other side, when you pull it down, it rotates it. Okay. So I was like, wave motion. You know, close that up. See, like this is what I'm talking about. Look, these don't hold in. So I believe I glued them. I don't know what it's coming out, but I have to check them in again. Okay, moving down here. Let me see if I can open it now because I took off the anchor. There we go. Good thing I have a little, my nails are a little long. All right. Here, it opens up. Okay. And because on the sides right here, these right here are like torpedoes. So when you open it, here are the torpedoes when they launch them, or missiles or whatever. I think they're torpedoes though. And then here is the main wave motion gun. So it allows you to see it, you know. Not like, again, as far as I know, the other ones don't do any of this. I believe there's a version you can buy that's see-through, and then it kind of shows you the insides. But this is pretty much the only ones I've seen that does that. All right, let's try to do. I don't know if you can hear it. Let me press these buttons, see if you can hear them, hopefully. I don't know if you heard that. All right, that's one. That one does the boosters. Let me angle it so you can see the boosters, and I'll press it. Okay. Next one. So that one I know is in here. Let me do it again. Okay. And in case you didn't hear it, hopefully you heard it. Again, some of the stuff it doesn't pick up, but I'm hoping you heard that. Next one is the bridge. Hopefully you heard that. So on the sides, there's 4 sounds right here. You see the buttons right there? there's 4 buttons, and that's where it does there. You press them and they do different things. And then up here you got 3 more. All right, let me see, I can't remember the order. I'll put it this way just in case. There's the wave motion gun. All right, let me put it against the mic to see if you hear it. All right, that's the sound. Hopefully you heard it. That's just some. That's the sound of like the cannons. The main guns. That's the sound of the main guns if they were, you know. And the last one, that's like artillery fire or lasers. So that's pretty much the walkthrough of the Soul of Popynica Battleship Yamato. And when this came out, I was happy as crazy, dude. This was like amazing, you know, because we didn't have anything like this. The closest we had was the one that came out, I think, in the 70s, and that thing was a lot smaller than this, and it didn't, and the colors were not accurate. So this was the first that I know of, the first accurate Yamato space battleship, you know. And I want to say this was more based on the cartoon. So the original cartoon, this ship is modeled after. Okay. And it comes with the stand here. Yamato. And you line up the hole between the engine, you line it up on the stand, and it holds it in place there. Bada boom. Bada bing. Let's see here. There we go, guys. So that is Joe's like that thing is loaded with stuff to lose. Yep, I can hear it. This thing has tons of gimmick. Oh, that's cool. Okay, thanks for confirming that you can hear it. I appreciate that, Joe. I wanted to start out with, so what I'm going to do, all right, I'm going to start off, I'm going to go in order, okay? In my collection, this would be the first one to show you. The next one that I'll show you is going to be the GX-57. And the GX-57, as far as the way the Yamato looks, the GX-57 is my favorite, okay? And then after the GX-57, we have another one, I think it's GX-84 or 86. Okay, so I just wanted to, I'm going to go in order. I'm not going to do them all in one video. Okay, today was a Soul of Popynica, and I just wanted to show you guys that because I think it was Jonathan Rowe. I don't know. Somebody was asking in the last video I showed, like, oh, you got the Yamatos, and I'm like, I'll do a video on that. But here's another piece that goes underneath. All these things that you can lose them, you know what I'm saying? So that's like the bad thing about this one. The bad thing about this one, it has a lot of pieces that come off. You know what I'm saying? The other ones, they fixed a lot of the issues, so you don't have to worry about that. The only thing you have to worry about the other ones is don't drop it. Because if you drop it, then the things will bend, you know? So you definitely don't want to do that. Okay? Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, man. So that's going to be the show for this particular one on the Soul of Popynica. Stay tuned for more Yamato that I'll be showing you guys. I appreciate you, Joe. Thank you for dropping into the Iacon files it's always nice to have people join in and I can have conversations with, you know what I'm saying? Because it just helps be more exciting, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's always nice to have people on and talk back and forth. So thank you, Joe, for being here. And I'm still working on Monday's live show, so stay tuned for the regular scheduled program on Mondays, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be cool. I'm going to be doing an unboxing on that show, and I'm going to get into what we're going to get into. I'm working on that as I speak. I'm working on multiple things right now. So, you know, I was actually working on the next show we're going to do in a couple of weeks with me, Jonathan Rowe, Ryan Carter. We all trying to get in here and do something together. So, and I think it was Dizen. Yeah, Dizen too. So we're going to try to see if we can all come together and bring you as much good content as we can, man. You know, I'm always trying to think of something to bring you guys. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we got today. Thank you for stopping by. If you haven't already, hit the like, subscribe button, hit the bell so you know when I'm going on. And as well as Transformers Third Party Kingdom, man. Let me give a quick shout out at the end to a lot of the people here. Boom! E-Man's World of Geek, Billy the Kids Toy Reviews, Jimmy G, the good, the bad, the awesome. We got some Bumbusby. I do a lot of shopping in Bumbusby. Bidback Toys. I recently did an order there. That'll be coming in. I'll be sharing with you guys. And we got Show Z. There's a lot of places, you know, Toy Dojo. There's a lot of places. We got Crafty as a Mug, Angela Gibson, who does our t-shirts. If you haven't already gotten a t-shirt, go to craftyasamug.dashery.com. It's in the links. If you go into my links, you'll see it. And they got t-shirts, they got shorts, they got mugs, they got stickers, they got, you name it. Angela hooks us up with t-shirts, and the Iacon files have some new designs up there. We got about, I think, 6 or 9. We got like 9 or more designs. And I'm always thinking of stuff to do. And Transformers Third Party Kingdom has designs as well. Christopher uploaded some stuff there, or Angela uploaded for him some nice stuff there. Angel won a t-shirt for being my 300th subscriber. So yeah, check her out if you're looking to support us with t-shirts wherever you go. Like, who the heck is the Iacon Files? Yo, check them out on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Tell them Joe sent you. All right, man. Joe sent me. All right. So that's that. Bada boom, bada bing. And yeah, I gotta go through. It's been a while. I have to go through my videos and update them as far as like the tags. I gotta make sure I got tags in there for people to find them, all that kind of stuff. Yo, Mark, what is going on? God bless you, bro. God bless you. Been doing better, you know, like the last couple of days have been sad for me, you know, losing my friend, but I have been doing better. In the beginning of the video, I did some shout outs to Orion Stacks. You know, we're all thinking about him. He lost his wife. You know, I can't imagine what he's going through. So, everybody here who can send him some positive vibes, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, today's video, Mark, was the Solar Popynica. Let me do it down here. Solar Popynica. Where is it? There we go. Solar Popynica BPX-01 Yamato. So check out the video in the beginning and you'll see me go through all of the features, electronics, you name it, man. Put it on, check it out. It's pretty cool. And this is the first of the series. I got more Yamatos, but I wanted, I think it was Jonathan or Ryan Carter who was talking about Yamatos, and they wanted to see it. So this is me going live and just doing some quick reviews of the ship. Let's see. Mark says, I need a new bot. I'm going through withdrawals. Oh, Mike. Yo, there's been a lot of nice stuff, bro. I I know you're not a big fan of them because last time we were on the show with Chris and stuff, we were talking about 3-0, but man, 3-0, I seen one like an Optimus Prime that was green and had the Decepticon symbols on. Yo, he looked crazy. He looked really cool. Like, man, you know, like I really wanted to get that one. He looked bugged out. There's been a couple of stuff on the Kingdom that people are selling. I forget who it was, but somebody was selling the Unicron Rodimus Prime that's like purple and black. And then Nemesis Prime, I think it was. It was like two of them together. I think he was asking like 180. I think somebody already bought it though, but that ship is rad. Yo, I love it. Space. I love battleships. First of all, I love battleships, and I love anything that flies in space, you know. So I was like, yo, let's do this. You know, I grew up watching the battleship Yamato. But it has a lot of features, man, you know. This was the first one that came out. They look accurate, and the other ones they're nice. I like the other ones too. The next one I do is going to be my favorite one out of the 3 that I have. So I'll be doing a show on that one maybe sometime next week. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, and I got the Queen Esmeraldas, which I got a really good deal on that one. That thing is super hard to find. I've seen that ship go for $400 to $500, you know. So I was like, I think I paid $100 for mine, brand new in the box. Like, yo, what the thing's amazing. And I got a Cosmo Fighter that I'll show you guys too eventually. So yeah, I got some stuff to show you guys. You know, like me, you know me, I'm always trying to go live and provide videos for you guys who are going through some crazy stuff. You need maybe like 5-10 minutes, whatever. This one is 47 minutes, you know. Get your mind off something and watch me talk, you know, and do a review or talk about something, you know what I'm saying? So that's just me trying to keep it going, keep the threads alive. If you know somebody who's not subscribed, please send them the link and yo, check out my boy Mike. You know what I'm saying? Your life is not complete unless you're subscribed to the Iacon files. You know what I'm saying? Super excited for my wife, Sarah. She got her first comic, Transformers issue number 30. And I think we're going to try to do a live of her reading her first comic book. And it's going to be cool, man. I'm excited for her. You know, anytime I'm excited for my wife, especially when she's excited to get something, it's really cool, man. For us guys who collect and who is able to share it with our significant other, you know what I'm saying? Mark says, I also need to give a box to someone. Yo, that's what I'm talking about, Mark. Yo, Mark is, you know what I'm saying? I love Mark. You know what I'm saying? He's always been good to me. He has always been there for me. He's just a good friend, you know, and it doesn't matter, you know, any kind of differences people have, you know, and nobody, you know, how are you going to meet somebody who's going to be exactly the same as you? You know what I'm saying? You're going to always meet somebody who is not going to be aligned perfectly with you. But Mark has been super nice person. I've seen it throughout the past few years. He's helped so many people. You know what I'm saying? He's blessed me. He's always been there for me to talk to somebody. So I really appreciate you, Mark. You know, just letting that know. Let anybody who's watching, let them know. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of person that, you know, as long as someone treats me good, they're good in my book. You know, I'm not the type of person that's like, you know what, I don't get along with this person. Well, if you don't get along with that person, I don't get along with that person. You know, I'm not that type of person. You know, that's not me. You know, and if that was me, then I'm doing something wrong. I'm not walking in walking like Christ. You know, like they always say. You know, we gotta love our neighbors. And even though, you know, dude, how many of us fight with our own brothers and sisters? You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, let's be serious. After a while, your brother and sister is going to know you. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be in the same room as your brother and sister, you know? But what is important is that when you're going through something, that person reaches out and is there to even just listen or give you a support. And that means a lot to me. That means a lot to me. you know, bada boom, bada bang. Thank you, Mike. That means a lot. Me coming from you. It is, you know, that's how I am, man. That's how I am. I don't listen. I said it before. I don't have a lot of friends, and I say that, and I don't say that meaning like Mark's not my friend, but I mean here in person where I can go outside and cross the street. Hey, what's up? I don't have those kind of people. All my friends are in the kingdom. That's where my friends are. They're all in the kingdom. I wake up in the morning. I go to work. I get out of work. I come home, take care of my son, take care of the family. If I can, I'll play a few missions on my Nintendo. I've been playing Fallout lately. And then I work on material for the show. That's my life, guys. Like I don't go out to bars. I don't, hey, let's meet up and go bike riding, you know. I don't have a lot of friends out there where I can do that. All my friends I meet when I go live, you know, so I'm keeping in touch with you. Yo, Jonathan, there he is. Jonathan Rowe. Jonathan, are you the one that was talking about my Yamatos? Or was it Carter? I can't remember. I think it was either you or Carter. So if you're just coming in, this video was for this right here. This is the first one that I'm doing. This is the Solar Popynica Space Battleship Yamato BPX-01. All right. And so this is the first one. So when I'm done, you can go back and watch the beginning. I go through all of it. I go through the goods, the bads. I go through all the electronics. I go through what's bad about this as far as plastic. You know, this one is, the plastic is not that good. But I got it because it's just one of those, you know, you have to collect certain things, right? And this is just one of them that's on the list. So I picked this one up, you know, and the video talks about it, so you can go back and go through it. But I'm going to do more videos on the other ones. Okay, I'm not going to do all of them in one. I'm going to do one by one. Okay, so this one we got this one, and then I'm not sure when we'll do the other one, but I'll get to them eventually. Just make sure you're subscribing, the bells hit, so you know when I'm going live. To be honest, I've been working on Monday's show. But to be honest, the past 2 days I've been working on what we talked about, Jonathan, you, Diz, and Carter. I've been working on that. Even though that's not lined up yet, I've been working on it. And I got to say, I got some good stuff. What I wanted to ask you, Jonathan, if you can, is send me like a 4 or 5 minute video, or even less, depending how long the video is, of that certain topic that we talked about. I don't want to give it away yet. I want to make sure, you know, we surprise everybody about that topic, because I know you have a few of them. Okay, few of them. That way I can add it to the live when we go live, and we can, yo, check this out. You know what I'm saying? It'll be bugged out. There's extra material to do. So bada boom, bada bing. Thank you guys. Yo, so yeah, you came in at the end, but like I was telling Mark, let's see, Mark says, have you thought of comparing those ships to the Toy Easy ships? No. And to be honest, I'm not. Oh, is the Toy Easy, is that the battleships that transform into the robot? Is that what you're talking about? That Toy Easy? If that's the case, I don't think those ships are the size of these. I could be wrong, but I don't think they're as big as these. I think these ones are like 1/625 scale, I want to say, or 1/5 something scale. I think Toy Easy, I think that's the ones you're talking about, but they have like submarines, they have battleships and stuff like, yeah, I think those are the ones, but I almost got that, if that's what you're talking about. I'll send you some pictures of different things. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they did look bugged out. I really wanted to get them, but it just didn't line up for me, you know. It didn't line up for me, so I couldn't do it. But it did look bugged out, because you know me, I love battleships. I love anything military. I love, watching history on, battles, wars, anything like that. I'm attracted to it, battleships, military stuff. I love it, So bada boom, bada bing. But yeah, you guys, listen, guys, Jonathan, Mark, Joe Prime, anybody who comes in here, you guys are my friends, man. You guys are my friends. Like I said earlier, I don't hang out with nobody over here. The people I hang out with are on the kingdom. So whenever I go live and you guys come, that's me spending time with my friends. If you guys don't show up in the live, then I spend that time alone. That's how it is. I don't have a whole bunch of guys. Like when we were kids after school, we would ride with a bunch of kids and bikes, those days are gone, man. Like now, I think the closest person I have from the kingdom is Bert Lopez. He lives probably like maybe 15, 20 minutes from my house. And then Elijah Smith, I believe, he lives here. I'm not sure. I can't remember where though, but those are the two closest to me. After that, everybody's like their own place. But your pack is supposed to be there tomorrow. Oh my God, Jonathan, you're a blessing. Thank you so much. I'm telling you, when I told my wife, my wife, check this out. I went to the store, got the issue for my wife. My wife is like, don't touch this. All right. Hands off. All right. I mean, if that comic book is moved a little bit, she tells me, did you touch my comic? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's great though. You know what I'm saying? I love that. I love that she is protective of her stuff because it just shows me that she cares about it. You know what I'm saying? And we are so excited, man, to get the other issues that you're going to send, Jonathan, because we have a lot of catching up to do. And I haven't caught up with Transformer comics in years. The last time I was reading Transformer comics, I believe they were under IDW. And I'm thinking that was 2026. So I'm thinking that was like back in 2015, maybe something around that time. So it's been a while since I read Transformer comics, and I loved them. They were great. They were great. The artwork is amazing. I can't remember who was the artist back then, but the artwork now looks great. Have you guys read any G.I. Joe comics or Thundercats comics? Are those any good? Are they worth picking up? John's like, it will get you started. I'm telling you, man, you can't go nowhere unless you start, right? You can't begin a journey unless you start the journey. And Jonathan's going to be forever imprinted in that first footstep, like how the astronauts went on the moon. This first step for mankind. Well, this first page turns because of Jonathan Rowe. You know what I'm saying? We're turning this first page because of Jonathan Rowe. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, Jonathan. God bless you. I hope God returns that to you beyond belief. We are going to treasure that, me and my wife, just get started with that. So yeah, my wife has a little bit of a collection, man. I'm telling you. Let's see here. The Joes are tied in with Transformers and Void Rivals. So, because my wife saw one, she saw I think it was in issue number 30. They show a picture of G.I. Joe, and I think they have Optimus Prime on the cover. And I forget the Joe that was on the cover, but that's why I said, oh, Slap, look, the G.I. Joe in Transformers. So, I don't know, G.I. Joe. Let's see, Mark says, what's the Johnson Rose, the Energon universe. And then Mark said, G.I. Joe, yes. TC, I don't know much about them. Okay, so definitely, if I wanted to get in G.I. Joe, the ones they have now is worth reading, right? It's worth getting. Because my wife likes G.I. Joe too. She, we both like G.I. Joe. We just haven't talked too much about it, and we haven't collected anything on G.I. Joe, even though we like it. And I think because G.I. Joe is so big, it's like, kind of sucks because it's like Transformers, it's a big collection. Okay, Jonathan, it says Duke and Optimus Prime on the cover. Okay. Oh, really? Mask is in G.I. Joe, really? Man, that is so weird. Like, how does that work? I mean, man, I gotta So if I follow the new G.I. Joe, all this is gonna be explained. I'm hoping. Man, that sounds crazy. Transformers, Mask, yo, that sounds like an issue, a comic series to get into. Then, man. I wonder, is it the same people the same artists for G.I. Joe who do Transformers? Man, dude, that sounds awesome. I might have to go and pick a few of those issues up then. I have no idea, I'm going to have to check that out. Wow, that's pretty bugged out. Thanks for the info, man. Yeah, because, when I go on Amazon, I try to look for these things. Johnson said they're getting their own book. So, is Mask getting their own book? Is that what you're saying? That'd be cool, different artists. Okay, different artists. Yeah, man. Man, this was it's cool, because whenever you see me pause, it's because I'm thinking about memories. So when you mentioned Mask for a few seconds there, I'm thinking about my childhood and the ones I had. So check this out, guys. Mask getting their own. Okay, Mask is getting their own book. So check this out, guys. I don't know if I've told you this, and maybe you guys can relate. I had the privilege of having a whole bunch of toys when I was a kid, and it's like crazy that I don't have them right now. But when I was a kid, I had the entire collection of G.I. Joe. I had the whole collection minus maybe a couple of bases, but I had the Pterodome. I had the main G.I. Joe base. I had all the aircrafts. And, G.I. Joe's big, but I got a lot of them. One of my friends gave me his whole collection of figures. They were loose, but they were pretty much all of them. He gave me all of them. And then over the years, I went to like collectible stores and bought the G.I. Joe they had. I think I spent maybe a couple $100. He had like a whole bunch of bins full of them. And I forget the name of it. I had the space shuttle, the one I had that. It was bugged out. Mark says Mask, Joe, and Transformers is the perfect combo. There we go, man. The only one I never got was the flag, the USS Flag. I never got that one, but I did have all these other. I had all the other ships. One of my favorite ones. I forget the name of it, but I don't know if it was a dreadnought vehicle, but it was the one. It was like the Rot Rad, I call it, maybe the Rot Rad. It was blue and purple. Oh no, blue and like maroon. And it had, it's my phone thing doing that thing again. Come on. Why is it doing this? There you go. The car had double miniguns in the front. Double miniguns. I had that, dude. I played the heck out of that one because every time I used it, I always thought I was Mad Max. That was the day that I got into Mad Max. I thought, and we didn't have any Mad Max toys, so you had to use your imagination. And that was the one vehicle, as far as G.I. Joe, that when I used it, this is Mad Max, John, and Transformers, G.I. Joe, Void, Rivals are 3 different series that are tied together. They're trying to make their own MCU. Okay. All right. Bada boom. Yeah, I told my wife yesterday, I used to have a big comic book collection. Before I got into collecting toys, collectibles, I collected comics, and I got a whole bunch of them. At that time, I was collecting Black Panther. At that time, that's when the Blackest Days and Blackest Nights series came out, so I was collecting all of that. I was doing Captain Marvel from Marvel Universe. The Punisher, Elektra, DC Sirens, I think they were called, the girls, like Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn. It was like a girl team up type thing. but I collected them. And then I would collect, like I was telling my wife, you have your issue 1, right? Then you would have your issue 1A, 1B, 1C, whatever. They were all different. Sometimes you would get the issue 1 or issue 0. They had a white cover, and the white cover, you would be able to have the artist draw a cover on it for you. I had all kinds of comics, dude. A lot of them were signed, and I sold them. I might have sold them. I don't know. I can't remember when, but I sold them early, so they weren't around long enough to build up in price. They were, some of the signed ones were probably like $15, $20, so they was a little pricey, but I had a good few bins full of comics. I used to read comics all the time. So now I'm getting back into, me and my wife, we're getting back into the Transformers, which is bugged out. And I'll probably, next time I go back, I'm gonna probably pick up a couple of G.I. Joes where we can read them too, because she was actually pointing those out that the Transformers were on the cover. So I'm gonna try to get some info on that. If you know the G.I. Joe issues with Transformers, if you can kind of let me know, maybe in the comments or send me a text, these are the ones you want to buy, whatever series, whatever issue, blah, blah, blah. That way I can try to catch up to date on that as well. I'm going to go back maybe next week and pick up my wife the other issues of Transformers, so she has the continued stories going on. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, it was bugged out. I haven't went to entertainment in a long time, and it was bugged out to go back and see all that new stuff they have. If you missed it, go back to the Iacon Files playlist, and you'll see that video of me going to That's Entertainment, and I do like a little walkthrough of the different things they have. So they had the comics, I show you the different kind of collectibles they have in there. It was pretty bugged out. So if you missed that one, go back and check it out. It's pretty bugged out. So, all right, guys. So this video was for the Yamato, and I'll do one soon. All right, I'll let you know. And like I said, I'm working on Mondays. You don't want to miss Mondays. If you're an 80s kid, you don't want to miss Mondays. Your live show is gonna be fun. Thanks, guys, though. Thanks for being here. Thanks for chatting with me, because that just makes me feel like I'm chatting with my buddies, so I appreciate you spending the time with me. Jonathan says, just buy the trade paperback. Each volume collects 6 issues. Okay. All right. I just need to, is it just G.I. Joe? Or is it like G.I. Joe, categorize something like a subtitle? Is there a subtitle, or is it just G.I. Joe? I do paperbacks too, but I also like collecting individual issues just for the artwork. I love the cover artwork. I used to put them on my wall. It was bugged out. But yeah, if you want to catch up, paperbacks are definitely the way to go to catch up. All right, man. If you got time, man, shoot out some text messages to Orion, man. Make sure he knows. I know a lot of us have been reaching out and sending him messages, so I definitely want to make sure he knows that, we are here. If you ever need to talk to somebody, we are here, man. There's so many people available for you to talk to. I send them messages, even if you just want to call and vent, I'll listen. It's important to be able to let go, not keep it inside, man. It's hard, man. Bada boom, bada bing. Jonathan, thank you. I'm looking forward to tomorrow now. I'm going to be looking out the window. Where's that mailman? Oh my God. Jonathan Rowe, thank you so much. What a blessing. All right, guys, that's going to be a wrap. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the Kingdom. Once I do some stuff here, I'm going to jump on and catch up on some comments on the Kingdom and see where that goes. So God bless you guys. Bada boom, bada bing. Your boy Mike here, and call it a wrap. Bada boom, bada bing.